Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Louisiana Ragin Cajun taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hurricanes will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Offense set on first down. They'll give it to the back. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs flowing. You just can't do it, right?
Hall to go up top. Quarterback moving. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Ragin Cajuns decide to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First down here for the offense. The lone back's got it. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Canes line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The ball is going to be downed at the 35. So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
From the gun, the ground game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Ragin' Cajuns are in the hurry-up. They go right back to it. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. And the Ragin' Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Offense gets set for second down. Hall will throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. He's right on target. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Ragin' Cajuns are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, the running back has it. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, wants to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll try to run for it. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And the Ragin' Cajuns will try to convert on fourth down. Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Ragin' Cajuns come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll use the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week. And he scored 2 touchdowns. You can just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding the creases when they get down tight to the goal.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stop the run. Trying to punch it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it has gone final in that enormous top 5 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Colorado State came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that the Rams won, it's more how they won. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. At the 40, there he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Finds his big tight end. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
Now they'll try the right side. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. A statement run in the red zone to the 13. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The play action fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Let's go! Looking to throw on 3rd. Got his man on the right. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
So nice when you're an offense and you're getting these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry up. second and goal. They give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on third down. The option look. Now the pitch. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for it. Pretty good job by the defense.
They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on fourth down. He's looking to pass. And they stop the fourth down pass. The defense gets off the field.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Hall to go up top. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this. Way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
He wants to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Ragin Cajuns will hustle to the line.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense. Especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps, they're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be jacked.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the right lane.
Get a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Caught in the backfield, it's Hubbard. And that had all the makings of Bud Mead windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The Ragin Cajuns want to crank the tempo. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete.
Yeah, And you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. From the gun, he leads it with the back. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Ragin' Cajuns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. They'll run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. Straight ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajun. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes, but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Canes will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and more. That's a live ball. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Ragin' Cajuns will have it 1st and 10. The back goes in motion. Hall will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
And the Ragin' Cajuns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He looks that one in nicely. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Trying the left side. Finds a crease at the 20. The expressway is wide open. The And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards through the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Washington is getting stomped right now. I mean, thrown around the field like a salmon at Pike's Fish Market. Just a brutal performance. They're trailing by 24 to Utah. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Right back to the well. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Good timing on the quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
The Ragin Cajuns are on the move. The give out of the gun. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He fires it out to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Ragin Cajuns send out the punt unit. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's past the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quick completion on the out route. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here we go. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
A little release to the back. At the 45 on its way. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They go to the draw, and they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Hall to go up top. Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down with 3rd downs coming up.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
That shows a lot of poise and a lot of experience by that guy there. Not thinking to himself, hey, on 3rd and long, I'm going to have to throw and make a really good throw here to go get this first. Hey, if it's not there, you don't got to force the issue. You're a good enough athlete to go take off and get it yourself with your legs. Beautiful job.
Off play action on 1st down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Trying to find his man on 1st down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
To the air on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Bulls his way forward. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short. But the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
The Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to pass. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, King! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UTSA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got his man down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. Now on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Hall will throw it. Moves around to clear up the vision. Makes his connection. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stop the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to move it through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Got it. And the Canes have moved it inside the 20.
42 Spider.
Off play action. They're trying to get to it. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the 1st down, now set up first.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And no problem on that extra point if we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisiana has it back in the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
Got it behind the line. It's Hubbard. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to the ground game on the left. Nifty run there. Pick up of 6 out to the 25. The Ragin Cajuns want to move quickly. Hall to go up top. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They go to the ground. Ball is free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, what a blow for this offense. You got the football in the fourth quarter, a chance to go take the lead. Now you turn it over. Your defense is going to have to go out there and step up for you.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The inside handoff. And they swarm him under. Now on second and short. Here we go. Give to the running back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They'll run it. Breaks the tackle. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast.
All kinds of running room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cajuns. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. TCU has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 23 to Louisiana Tech. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that pass picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch play.